Hello, everyone. Hello, Dr. Mike.
Hello, Melissa.
How are you?
I'm actually quite nice in England.
Fantastic. Today we are so honored to have Professor Mike to be with us. Let me just quickly introduce Professor Mike while he's preparing a PowerPoint for us. Professor Terence Mike is working in the area of computer and electronic technology. He has a very strong background research in electronic technology. He also won a number of scholarships and a number of IET awards. IET is a very famous IT organization. It's an engineering organization. And in Cambridge, we also got a branch here. And altogether, you've published over 150 papers. That is amazing.
Oh, we like to write something. Yeah.
And I'm sure you've attended a number of conferences all over the world.
Yeah, conferences is fantastic because they're always in the nice location.
Yeah. And you also publish 4 books.
Yeah, we publish chapters. So if there is a books, and then you can present there, and then you can put your article there, and then they sell it out, and then people can see you over there, and they like it or not. It depends on them. But books is a fantastic thing. And I have 2 patents I should put in there.
2 patents, yes. Yeah, are they all engineering related patents?
Yes, or they actually I just got it like one in these 10 years basically. One is with the Newcastle University. The second one is with ARM is a very, very huge kind of a company.
ARM is one of the biggest employers here in Cambridge, you know.
And even your mobile phone might be actually involved.
Yes. 嗱，我用中文簡單啲介紹下麥教授，因為太長啦，佢啲獎唔可以一次過講晒。咁麥教授就係喺電子科技一個喺英國好領先嘅教授啦。佢2005年咧就係麻省理工大學即係 MIT， 同埋2008年咧係喺甲骨文嘅實驗室嘅訪問者啦。咁啊攞過無數獎項啦，呢啲就遲啲再同大家講，因為如果要數嘅話咧，真係我哋完唔到呢個節目嘅。咁IET 咧，佢亦都攞咗好多個獎項啦。喺英國嘅 IET 咧，我識佢個 chairman 同埋劍橋嘅 chairman 我都識佢。咁我知道係好勁嘅。如果大家需要揾工嘅話咧，一定要入 IET 呢個 organisation， 因為
同埋打埋電話俾我講啲秘密俾你聽。
connection 係，我教授你準備下你個 PowerPoint 可以。
OK。
仲有你出過150篇論文喎，同埋4本書喎。我都係出緊我第3本啫喎，你已經出緊4本，所以係非常
第3本。
咁教授咧今日咧就會同我哋有啲嘢講喎，會介紹一下咧喺英國讀大學啦，同埋咧會講一講英國嘅 freedom。brain 即係你讀大學嘅時候都要用你個腦噶嘛，同埋咧點樣去攞呢個 connections，which is so important. If you are a university student, you would like to enjoy the freedom in the UK. You would need to use your brain and have good connections. That is very, very important. 好啦，麥教授就交俾你啦。
Okay, so I'm a bit confused whether I should use English or Chinese, but anyway, I will actually put
some English. Yeah, and then we can use multilingual.
Okay, no worry. This is a university, freedom, brain, and connections. These 3 words is actually appear in my brain because they're actually talking about brain, and actually does it freedom and does it connected always. And important things is have a look at background. So I'm happily invited by Melissa whether that the topic it should be like differentiate the subject, differentiate the secondary school and the university. So the student between them a little bit different, and now we'll talk about it later. And my name is Terence Mack. This is my email on my phone in the UK. Let me know if you want to find me. Okay, let's go to the first page. Now, this is the first page. I actually quite like it because it actually involves my origin and what I'm here and what is the future. So I actually grew up in China, and that is one of the most important picture I have, and still hide it somewhere. I couldn't find it out anymore. But anyway, that is me long time ago. And afterwards, I actually grew up in Hong Kong. So I studied in the Chinese University of Hong Kong. And after that, I really enjoyed the university work. And then I got a friend at MIT. Of course, the friend is from my supervisor. And I go to MIT to study and find out that, wow, that is research. And what is actually talking about is doing a human and brain connection and that kind of things. And I would say, yeah, I would go in this field. And then afterwards, I go to the Sun Microsystem, and which is a collapse now. But when I was working there, it's fantastic because there are a few kind of Nobel Prize in there. And it's, to be honest, it's actually Allen Prize, and they actually stay there, and a lot of invention in Sun Micro. So I really enjoy that. And afterwards, I go to Imperial to finish my PhD. And just finished my PhD, I was invited by Newcastle to become a lecturer over there. And afterwards, I go to the Southampton because Newcastle is too too cold. So Southampton is a much better place. And I stay there for now until now. So that's my journey for my academic life. Yeah. All right.
So finding a job in the UK.
Finding a job in the UK, but
a job automatically.
That's my
your achievement.
I think I will tell you some kind of my leisure or my kind of experience in the uni. Not very formal, just like just put there from the student to the professor. The thing that I'm very happy is in my dormitory, because when I was studying in Hong Kong, I would stay Hong Kong U. I would stay at CUHK, and I belong to 崇基。崇基呢個係一個好正嘅一個我哋叫做書院。
我都好中意呢個書院。
係嘛？你都係中大㗎嘛？係啊，所以我識你。
係好靚。
你係咪崇基？你唔係崇基啊？好似。
我係日夫嘅。日
夫，但係每個書院都有佢自己嘅 character 啦。而家中大好多個書院啦，咁我係 undergrad 嗰時咧，我就好 enjoy 呢個書院啦。例如我喺度 play 吉他啦，喺我個宿舍，咁我又做好多 reading 啦，同埋好多新嘅朋友識咗嗰度。And in the dormitory. And after the second good thing about studying in the university is you can study whatever you like, just like in first and second year. I'm the kind of people doesn't really like focus. In the first few years of your undergraduate, you better to go a wide range of courses. So I go into philosophy and then listen to the professor Lei Tianming. Wow, he's amazing.
Yes.
Sorry, 你講咩啊？
我都有上李天命嘅堂㗎。思考能力啊嘛。
思考能力冇錯 ，he's amazing. Oh, I like it. Although he's a bit boring, okay, in the class, but but at least his course is fantastic and leading me to read a few books from him and things like that. And then he's a genius, I would say. And secondly, optimization is actually a mathematics method to actually solve problem. And then if you actually look into optimization, you'll find the world is actually optimization because your brain is actually doing optimization. I will talk about that later, but it's fantastic. And the third thing is about music. I like guitar, so I try to join the course in there, although I'm terrible in reading these 5-layer kind of code or whatever, but I can actually listen something, right? and then I go to psychology because my wife was studying there, and she's
That
really
was the purpose for you to went to psychology department. It's a big purpose.
Big purpose. It's a very, very big purpose because she got like 10A and 5A.
Wow.
Oh yeah. So I try to meet her a bit, and then we actually can go together. And engineering is the course that I of course going there. Going into different courses has a benefit. You know about different kind of entrance, but sometimes you can actually combine them and into a new territory. So it's worth to actually go wide range in your undergraduate study, I would say. Next one is job will look for you instead of you looking for job.
A lot of students has been asking us to help them to find a job. The economy is getting really challenging.
Oh, I would say a lot of good company, they're still looking for people, always looking for people.
Yeah, top.
Yeah. So top or not, it really depends on how do you present yourself. Of course, you need to get some marks or graduate from university, but you need to present yourself. So that presentation is important. And then you need to let them know your dream and then that kind of thing. So that's a very, very interesting thing. I might actually talk about it later, but this is a very good thing that I can actually get a few jobs easy. Yeah. Okay, next one, publication, best paper award, and student and researcher. These are all just like numbers in the university, but this is actually classified and not classified. Just like you know that you're actually working so hard, and then you should actually go out to play a bit rather than go back to the uni. So this is just my record in the university, which is not bad. And lastly, I actually want to contribute back to the university because I think I've been university for 20 years, including the undergraduate. So I need to go back to contribute back to the university. And it's actually including the secondary school and go to university, that kind of gap. Yeah, there must be a big gap in between. And how can we actually contribute to help them? And secondly, MSc. MSc in UK is very special because when I come here, first of all, I will see, wow, a lot of faces are so familiar and find out that it's actually like 60 or even 70% of them from China. But the problem is they haven't really know about the language well. And it's actually in UK, MSc is just 9 months. So I come up with a question, how can you train yourself into a professional in this 9 months? I think that is a very important question to ask. So MSc is a very, very important work to be done. And then PhD student, of course, and it has become my best friend as well. So this is actually from me, and roughly I'm actually enjoyed to do the studying. All right.
You enjoy teaching your students as well, don't you?
Yeah, and play together with them. Yeah, I'm not this guy that asks them to sit and stand and just like we can talk about it. All right, so this is me, and so first of the slide I present here is secondary school and universities. In secondary school, we are sitting there. In university, we standing there. So that is the most different. In the secondary school, we learn about different kind of things, but you need to listen and sit there and looking to the teachers, and then you need to raise hand and whatever. But in the university, it's a complete kind of different scenery or different kind of player place. You can actually talk to your colleague or maybe even talk to your lecturer or professor. What, I don't believe in that because of whatever, and that is a very, very important thing. You can raise your thoughts, raise your idea. I think that is a very important thing in the uni. Secondly, you can use your computer to do whatever you like, including hacking other people's work in our course. but that is a very important thing because you can actually learn quite a lot of different kind of techniques and over there. And thirdly, this is a university. University comparing secondary school is we have a lot to learn. You can actually go to physics, you can go to the drama and a lot of different kind of things. So, and lastly, I think this is a last kind of a presentation, which is final project. And then you can do a presentation to a lot of people and they will say, I like this one. So basically, university is to me, is a playground. And secondary school is actually being bounded and can't really like exercise your brain. So there is a change. You need to make sure that change smoothly. So that is a challenge.
Let's say hello to Dr. Zhong. Dr. Zhong is based in Hong Kong.
Oh, Dr. Zhong. Okay, well, Dr. Zhong.
She's an amazing lady. Hello, Dr. Zhong. Thank you for your message.
我睇唔到佢 message 喎，暫時係咪要翻
？Say hello to us. Yeah. Let's continue. So, Professor Mike, you never need to go out and find a job. So the job come to find you. Am I correct?
Yes, this is an interesting thing. Because when I was studying, first of all, when I was studying in CUHK, I go to study in MPhil because one of professor, we have the same thoughts and I learn from him and then get paper published. And then he asked me whether I would like to go to UK. And then somehow he actually introduced me to there. And now I directly go to the UK Imperial.
That's amazing. It's so good to have the connection.
Yeah, but the connection is not, I didn't make any connection. It's directly. He helped me to do the connection. And then exactly.
No, a lot of professors are doing that.
Yeah, exactly. So I publish, and then there are two can join together and come up a lot of new thing. And now I go to MIT because he is actually the friend of KP, my supervisor there. And then we actually come up, allow me, to learn about a lot of things like between change your brain and how to use electronic put into the brain to do some like crazy things, and I think that is brilliant. And then go to Sun is actually the supervisor in Imperial. He actually recommend me to go there, and I'm so happy that we have these two these two like 好勁嘅兩個 supervisor， 而且佢好幫。
supervisor 其實好重要嘅大學。
超重要，所以咧你最好咧，好
多 connection 嘅。
你最好咧，即係點講咧？跟佢學嘢咯，即係一定。而且下邊 supervisor 好有性格嘅，即係所以你要即係令到佢覺得你 actually 好有 potential 去做嘢，而且你做一個學生咧，其實好 aggressive 嘅，你要，因為大學。喺譬如中山大學，唔係 sorry， 中文大學嗰啲咧。中
山大學，因為
我嗰度出世噶嘛。係，即係好 aggressive， 所以你要 present 到你自己嘅長處咯。咁其實 presentation 係一樣好重要嘅嘢，係大學。
Yes, that's good. You are extremely lucky to have backlog.
所以我而家咪將呢樣嘢傳授俾大家咯，因為呢樣嘢係一個好好嘅，係一個 character 嚟嘅。如果你 pick up 到咧，呢樣嘢就好正啦，喺個世界度。Yeah. So next one is I just like talking about the subjects. It's just nothing difficult. It's just different in the numbers. If you actually study in secondary school, you will have freedom to learn different subject, but the number of subject is not a lot. Just like 10 or maybe 11 or 12. That's a subject, and then you can learn them. It's quite interesting. But when you go to university, it's completely different kind of picture, so you can see there. And a lot of different kind of subject and at a lot of different kind of department. You can actually go there.
And you just never have time to visit every single one.
Yeah, exactly. I can stay in New, therefore I'm here now. You can actually stay in a business school, but you can actually learn about psychology, and then at the same time you can learn about social work. And I even have some new thoughts is why don't we actually separate them into different kind of department? They can actually merge into a lot of kind of different kind of department. They can actually combine together and things like that. So, but anyway, the number of subjects in university is much larger than secondary. Therefore, you can learn a lot more things in the university.
But did you find that the thing you learn at the secondary school and university actually help you to find a job?
Yeah, of course. Secondary school actually provide you some basics like English, mathematics, and also IT, and then so that you can actually go outside. But actually leading you to the university is not just subject. It's actually a little bit change your mind, because in the secondary school, I can actually being taught to do different kind of things. Yeah, I learn about mathematics and physics because there's a book. I read that and I know about that. But if you go to university, it really depends on some professor using the book, but actually give me some more advanced thinking, a thought, and also different kind of experiment you can actually do, and now you can actually experience that in your class, and then you find out that wow, this not really in any books. That's just like you can actually find out a new thing, and think about how to present them, and find out that wow, you can even go to a conference and talk to the people over there, and that's university. It's completely different from the secondary school. Of course, you need the secondary school as an entrance, but once you're in university, it's like into a heaven, I would say. Yeah. So in basically, if you go in there, a lot of things to learn, and I would say in your undergraduate study, you better learn a lot, and then in your third year of undergraduate, you better condense and then focus one, and then find a new job over there afterwards.
But a lot of students are struggle to find a job now.
Yes.
Not in the UK, but in different parts of the world.
Different part of the world. I trust that because I think it's because the COVID virus actually affecting a lot of company. They actually collapse and things like that. But this is actually going away from us. So that the thing is prepare yourself well, and then the job will automatically just coming out. Don't really give up easily. Self is actually a very important thing to the earth. So stay there, learn about it, and execute it, and show people your talent, and then you can actually find a job. Yeah, job is a kind of I would say it's a stage that you can exercise your play, your there. Yeah. So
if you have just could give our students one tips, what would it be?
One team, yeah.
Just one tips.
One tips, yeah.
一個 tips about job hunt。如果淨係
同個教授合作得好啲，
個 reference 寫得好啲係嘛 ？It's so important.
Not reference because you can learn from him or from even like you can have a team and the whole team learn from this professor because in the university there's no other things. To me, it's all about people. Even they bought like an airplane, but make sure a few building has a lot of computer connected. But the most important is the who is sitting there, and that people will have a different kind of a thoughts and power. What you need to do is to learn from him, because he will guide you to a very, very nice and interesting road. So that is what I really learned.
Totally agree. 我自己都發覺，我好多學生咧都係因為佢哋個 professor 好啦，所以基本上佢哋唔使點出去揾工 ，professor 已經幫佢 connect 好晒。有啲可能喺美國啊，有啲可能喺劍橋 connect 翻香港啊。根本你個 supervisor 或者係 professor 已經幫佢做晒啲嘢，咁佢就基本上係飛翻去就得啦，就已經開嗰個。
雖然係咁，但係佢自己咧都有一個能力，令到個 professor appreciate 佢嘅，因為係啊 ，professor 唔會話立亂係咁簽個名咁就算嘅，因為佢要 appreciate 睇下你有啲咩 talent， 佢可以 actually 睇comment 或者俾寫落嗰個recommendation，所以 professor 係幾重要嘅，但係當然啦，你又可以好 connect to 唔同嘅 professor 去 actually to learn about it 咯，所以大學係一個好正嘅地方去做learning 同埋 basically 我咧 even 咧喺大學咧可以寫本書去 comment 西遊記但我唔係 psychology 個 feel， 但係 I really like it. So that's a university. Otherwise, it won't call university if you just like a school. But it's uni 呢個字就好強大嘅，我覺得。好 ，thank you. So 第二樣嘢我哋講得太耐之前，所以我而家要 go through 第二樣嘢就係 learning better make use of your brain。喺中學嗰時咧，我哋都係背嘢啊、默書啊，或者點樣，即係我哋 go through 咗中學之後咧，就可以去大學。但係咧，我開始咧喺大學度開始咧 start to learn about the brain， 因為我哋咧都係人，無論你係愛因斯坦又好，你係街邊阿叔嗰都好 ，no matter who are you, we have a brain。But maybe the brain in Einstein is huge, but the brain in our head is small. But the huge and small, they have different kind of phenomenon, synapse, neuron. How do you actually connect them? I don't really know. But make use your brain tonight to learning, and that is very, very, very important in the university. Yeah. So.
There are a lot of books about how to train your brain. You can actually train it. There was a very famous person. Maybe you heard about him as well. His name is Hello 麥教授。可能 connection 有啲問題，相信佢好快會翻嚟啦。我最近睇緊一本書咧，就叫做 Jim Kwik 嘅。咁sorry 係 Jim Kwik。咁咧佢就係教你點樣用你個 brain， 即係你個腦去諗嘢，同埋點樣去記人名嘅。你知我哋做教育嘅咧，其實一次過要記好多人名噶嘛。所以我一行入班房嘅時候咧，已經 make sure 我唔好搞亂A 學生同 B 學生個名，呢個對我嚟講係好重要嘅。所以就成日都記人名。咁呢本書咧，我一陣間會喺 Facebook 個 page 入面咧寫低俾大家睇一睇嘅。佢係教你點樣 train 你個 brain， 我覺得佢啲 ideas 都係好好。咁呢個作者咧之前都有教克林，即係都有教一啲最頂尖嘅 CEO 喺全世界，咁包括係 Bill Clinton， 所以係值得一提嘅。麥教授你翻嚟未啊 ？Hello， 見到你啦。咁咧 while we are waiting for 麥教授咧，我哋就睇一睇。
而家翻嚟啦 ，sorry。
翻嚟啊，太好啦！
唔好意思，
因為我哋而家咧係用3個台一齊直播嘅，包括麥教授嘅 YouTube 啦、 UK Education Garden 個 YouTube 啦，同埋 Happy English Facebook。
sorry，咁咧係啦 ，sorry，我頭先部機有啲咁咧，之後咧而家搞翻啱，所以
好彩要阿千，
唔好拱走我啊！嗱，未講完個故仔，咁我就話，即係講嚟講去，其實咧我哋都有個腦 ，everybody got a brain，everybody use their brain，whether you're good or not，all based on your brain. If your brain is good, then you can make your life much better. So the best way is to learn from your brain. 咁我哋以前睇個 brain 咧，其實咧有唔同嘅 level，即係當然我做過呢個 brain research，我都知少個 brain，但係個 brain 始終係一個好 mystery 同埋一個唔簡單嘅嘢，咁所以喺
而家見住你咁啊，都麥教授見唔到你好 mystery 個感覺。
而家見唔到我㗎？
係啊，見唔到你啊，係咪個鏡頭未開咧？
你見唔見到套片㗎？
都見唔到。我淨係見到你個名。
sorry 啊，
但係好開心，好多觀眾都冇走到，都繼續留喺度。啊，見到我！
我條線唔播唔通啊，所以我走翻返嚟。OK， 我撳翻個 share video file。
咁你講緊，你有冇特登去 train 你嘅記憶力嘅咧，麥教授 ？Have you done any brain training?
Well, if I can train myself, then I will even become Einstein. I think I'm not that kind of too good, but I try to make it better because there is one skill we call optimization. Optimization is it looks like a very complex word, but at the end, your brain is actually doing that. It means that if you learn from the A point to the point B, and then you just walk through there, and that's it, right? But if there is something in between, there's some stone or maybe it's a river blocking you, then you need to go to the point C and then go to the B again. It means that there are always something to block you to do whatever you want. Therefore, you need to use your brain to optimize this kind of tools and then go to the destination. We call this convergence. So you learn about these kind of tools, and then you can actually find out, wow, the world is much more interesting than before. This is what I think. But I have a set of tools I want to show you later. They're brilliant. And then you can actually see that your brain is actually more powerful than you thought.
I heard about this a lot of time. From the top CEOs, they always mention it.
Yeah, exactly. So
human has super brain.
Super brain.
And you need to believe in yourself.
So yeah, the brain don't really like he's your enemy and he's your very good friend as well.
Agree.
Okay, next one, last one is connections. In the university, you have 3 years. Sometimes you have the 4th years as well. I think through these few years, you need to get connecting to people. Previously, in the secondary school, you actually know people from your class and from your maybe even from your subject and everything, but it's actually maximum like a few 60 or maybe 30 and not a lot. But in the university, you have a lot of different kind of chance to know a lot of different people, but not really all the people. You just want to know them. It's important to find out who can actually has more deeper connection with you. And that is the key, actually, go to university. Because university is not just a kindergarten playing a lot of people. Some people like connect to someone who can actually form a extremely good partnership, like Google's. They are actually in Stanford University, right? If I'm correct. And then they actually connect together and form Google's. I think that is really, really important. And that is starting from the connection. So, yeah, am I still in there? Yes. So connection is very important. So therefore, don't miss any chance to actually avoid that. Now, first of all, I actually connect people from my dormitory. I like all of them, and then work together. And then I work together with my friends actually in the same department, and I also work people in the psychology, and also work with a lot of other kind of community. You can know a lot of different people, and then you can find some people that can work together and then do different kind of things. And then say, for example, you go to the UK and then find out that, wow, he's there as well. So that is a fantastic thing. And this is actually, I would say, the beginning of a university. Hello. 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 I just like find out that I cannot really hear from you.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You got it. Did you hear what I said?
Yes, I did. My question is, I'm sure you come across with some students who are very shy, who doesn't want to say that much, and they keep themselves alone. And how would you give them some advice if they need to start the connections?
The connection just started from the student right next to you. Just connected to someone. You just know him, and then he knows you. And then secondly, he like to talk to you, and then you like to talk to him.
但係即係學生好怕醜嘅噃。
怕醜啊？咁你要練到好怕醜。不過咧，有個轉折，
好叻啊，好怕醜啊。
有個轉折點嘅，即係譬如你同中學轉到去 university， 中學我頂籠見到我嗰班同學30零人嘅啫。咁我考第幾啊？咁全世界知道。一去我大學，就係我班都成90至100人。咁哇！之後第二，哇！去到宿舍，哇！有成扎人。我哋崇基幾多人啊？之後哇！一去到參加咩？我參加羽毛唔係嗰個 badminton group， 哇！有一集。咁你點樣 learn how to know them? That is a trick. I think not easy to actually immediately find out, but you get started at least. You need to actually go to some nice people and say, okay, I like badminton. And say, oh, me too. And then just go there and have a nice kind of lai cha afterwards. Yeah. And yeah, I like that. And then you can actually know people, and then you can learn from them. I think that is the most important thing, because everybody are different. Everybody got something in their mind. Using their mind to tune your mind, that is the very, very important thing. So no matter what kind of tools or what kind of work you are doing, your mind is actually the center of you. So don't miss that. But your friend can actually give you more kind of input to your brain, and then your brain can connect a lot of like synapse and whatever. And that is the beginning of the game. I think that is a very funny and interesting. Yeah, okay. I don't have too many. The last one is going, studying, and getting in the United Kingdom. So the question you just want to ask, when you are going to the university, when you are studying in the university, and when you are getting into the society, it's just like time. You need to go through this time, and then this time is not long. For your whole life, the time that you stay in university might be 5% of your time. Think about it. If you have 100 years old, you can have like 3 years old or 5 years old. So it takes like 5% of your time in the uni. So you better to make good use of it, and then it actually directly connect to your life much better. And if you can actually make that kind of university time good, you can actually jump very high comparing to other places. So that is a very, very important thing to be done in the university. So that is actually my experience in the university as well. Okay, anyway, lastly, thank you so much. I'm happy to answer any question. And this is a picture. I just like take a picture lately in the UK. And then that's my name. I'm Terence Mack. And then that's my phone call. Let me know if you have anything that want to ask me, if you have anything you want to change, if you have anything that you want to achieve, if you are someone from the undergraduate or maybe even secondary school, we can have a talk.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
That's great. Thank you so much, for Professor Mack, for being our guest today and talk about the employability for engineering students. I think the connection, as you said, is the most important thing. And have a good relationship, as you suggested, have a good relationship with your supervisor. And your supervisor could lead you to some wonderful experience. Just like
your supervisor is very good. But at the same time, you should actually meet up. You should actually meet up your friends actually in the university, because they actually go to different field, and then they actually can come to the working together with you, and I think that is a very good thing. Yeah.
You're asking me to.
So your son is actually beautiful, you know. How old is he?
He's 5. Now it's a Friday afternoon, so we need to finish early now.
It's okay. Yeah, sorry about that.
If there's any question, we will try to answer you. Just leave the comments here on Facebook or on our YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Have a lovely evening in Asia, and have a thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Melissa. Thank you very much.
Any question, leave a message on our Facebook or our YouTube channel. I hope everyone have a lovely weekend.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Let's say good.